Hey everybody, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday. Having just woke up a little while ago, about an hour and a half ago. Had a pretty good sleep. I'm having coffee today in my Primark mug, the $14 mug from Primark. Now, as you noticed during the review, it did not say how long things stay cold and how long things stay hot. So far, I'm about an hour into this and my hot coffee is still hot. I do want to say that. The lip rest here where the liquid comes out, it seems to be comfortable, at least for my lips, and I could drink from it very easily. But then again, the coffee's hot, so I don't want to burn myself. Other than that, for 14 bucks, I use it. The hype of the eBay with the Stanley Valentine's Day tumbler cups is an outrage. I have been watching auctions on there just to watch them, just for the fun of it. I mean, I should make popcorn when I do this. These things are going for $24,000 each. I'm not kidding. Their starting bid is like $10,000, but if you want to do a buy it now price, it's like $24,000. I am watching those auctions. They are legit. There is a bid for about $14,000 now on a cup that has 8 bids on it. For $14,000? For a cup, for a $50 cup. It's outrageous, absolutely outrageous. And I'm sure Stanley, the company of Stanley, is and the company of Starbucks, they're probably sitting back laughing their asses off at this. It's ridiculous. I went to Primark on Friday. Did I go to Primark on Friday? Yes, I did. No. Yes, I went to Dollar Tree Thursday, Primark on Friday. Good Lord, I don't even know my days anymore. It's one of those. It's been one of those weeks. It really has. Ever since not finding the things at Dollar Tree, my week kind of like went downhill. But I went to Primark, and I've seen this on and off at Primark, and finally it was on sale. It was $20 regular price. I got it for $10. And I wanted to get one piece, and I says, okay, but I do need the other piece as the set. So I wasn't going to get one if I couldn't get the other set. If you know the other part of the set, but I managed to get the other part of the set, and I present to you for decoration purposes only, because I wouldn't use it for anything else. Mrs. Potts, absolutely love her. The Mrs. Potts teacup, and this is what a teapot, and this is what she looks like. Is she not stunning? Regular price was $20. I got her for $10. Awesome. This happens to be my husband's favorite. Not just a favorite movie. Yeah, he's seen it, I think, once, but he loves the song. And he likes the way Angela Lansbury sang the song. But I thought of him right away. But I says, you know, I'm not going to say nothing to him or anything. I can't get Mrs. Potts without getting Chip. I mean, mommy and baby. So I'm looking around. And like I said, in the Primark stores, things seem to be sporadic. Sets are usually not where they are usually together anymore. I don't know what the deal is with that. Even the bags. But I turned around, looked around, and lo and behold, I found Chip. Okay, and there's Chip. And this is what Chip looks like. So now I have the whole set. And Mrs. Potts was $10, and these were $8. I says, okay, fine. I noticed here this one wasn't marked. I didn't think of it. Say it's not marked. I didn't think of it until I got up to the register. But got up to the register. The girl scans it. Mrs. Potts comes up $10. That's fine. This is why you should always look at your receipts. I look at everything. I can't help it. I walked away, pulled the receipt out of the bag, looked at the receipt. She charged me $10 for Chip. Now, I know it's not marked, and I didn't see any flaws on him or anything, and he is completely sealed. He is sealed shut. He has the tape here. So he is, say, you can see the tape. I took the receipt. I went to the back of the store originally where Chip was, and I had a whole bunch of chips, and they were all marked $8. That's the regular price. This is okay. I took one of those chips, I took my receipt, and I took this chip, and I went all the way back to the front of the store where the registers were, because the guy, the lead was there, the manager lead of the ringers, the registers. And I explained it to him, and I showed him. He says, oh, no. He says, oh, no, ma'am. He says, the receipt. I said, fine. And so I got back my $2 and change for that. So Chip was, in fact, $8. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but that's fine. That's fine. Always look at your receipts on everything. On everything. I went in there for other things, but came out with Mrs. Potts and Chip. But, you know, they have had her over the years. And she really is beautiful. But now they have the 100th anniversary box and everything. See, years ago, they didn't have the 100th anniversary box. They had Mrs. Potts, the same Mrs. Potts, but it was packaged differently. Whatever. But she would still be worth $20, even if it wasn't. But I'm grateful that I just got her on sale, really. I just walked into that. And I'm glad I got Chip. So that was a good thing. I do, however, want to discuss, and I didn't say anything. I went to Primark, what was it, 3 days or 2 days earlier, which was the same here in the week. I think I went on Monday. Yeah, I went Monday. And I went to pay for something at the register. And I don't know if I told you this story. I don't think I did, because I would have did a whole video on this, but it bears repeating right now. And the thing is, there was a young gentleman at the register. He was an Asian gentleman. It has nothing to do with it. But the fact that I was paying for something, and I go and I take my money out, he charges me the money. And as I'm going into my purse to pay my money, I'm looking right at him. I just happen to spot my eyes. And what is he doing? With one hand and his thumb, he's scrolling through his cell phone. And he's texting with his thumb. And he's swiping. I have never in my life seen a person that's on the register tending to money, handling money, doing that, taking the time off of his job and scrolling through his phone. And I'm looking on his phone. I could see the screen. He's on social media. I believe he's on Facebook. Is this what it's become? Because it's like, well, listen, it wouldn't be me not to say something. And I didn't say anything to this because I wanted to assess more of, you know, what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. But you know what? I was a little ticked off at this because the attention was turned to that. You're not even supposed to be doing that. I mean, it's just common sense. I know people do it. Everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has this. So here's the thing. I looked at him, I put the money was already on the counter at this point, and he was just done scrolling. So then he takes his phone, he starts laughing, he takes the phone, puts it back under the counter. And then he looks at me and takes the money. I says, by the way, I says, this is my time or your time? I remember my own mother doing this to somebody many moons ago, my own mommy. My time or your time? And he says, well, oh yeah, here's what his reaction was. Oh yeah, I wrote to somebody before. I was just waiting for them to write me back. They just wrote me back now, you know, with a comment. It was funny. I says, not for nothing. That's none of my business. I said, I really don't care. I said, but you know you ain't supposed to be doing that, right? You're handling money and you're on a job, you know. Does this make any sense to you? And I looked at him at one point and I said, you get where I'm going with this? Because what I did next was what I had to do. I'm sorry. And I had to do it. I could never have done that to anybody. Never. Because it's just not my thing to do. And I guess the younger generation feels the need to do this. And the woman, you know, he's between two other women that are registered, because the registers in Primark, they're very close together. They're right next to each other. The one woman was looking at him, but she didn't say anything. I guess everybody does it. I don't know. So I grabbed my bag. He never even said, oh, sorry about, you know, I apologize. I know it was rude of me. It wasn't right of me. He never said anything to even do it. But yet he explained to me why he was on the phone. I says, I can't do this. So I took the bag. I says, okay, thank you. He gives me my change, and I walk away. And again, what did I do? I saw the male manager, the person on the floor. He stands by the registers. I says, may I ask you something? He says, sure, is there a problem, ma'am? I says, register number 14. I says, is that gentleman new here? I says, because I come in here every few days. I says, probably almost on a daily basis. I says, but I've never seen him here. He says, no, ma'am, he's been before the holidays. I says, oh, so maybe he is fairly new. I says, and I'm talking about was he here for months? He says, he's been here since November. Okay. He says, is there a problem? I says, are they allowed to use cell phones on the job? He says he didn't. And he crosses his arms. He goes, no problem, ma'am. No problem. He said, no, that's unacceptable. He says, I says, well, I just, I need to let you know. I says, because I'm the customer and he's doing that while he's handling money on the register. I said, never none. I could have gave him $100 bill. Would he have known the difference? I know the register tells you how much change to give, but I'm just saying. But, I didn't go into, the kid actually told me why he was on the phone. I didn't say that. I didn't go into detail, but it's just the fact that he was on the cell phone while he was tending to money. He's tending to cash. No problem, he says. He will, no, not at all. He says, this will be taken care of. And I don't know if this guy got complaints about this kid before or whatever, but I got the impression that this kid did this before, or this kid has always been doing this and he's gotten caught for it. That's the impression I got. So, and I says, thank you very much. I says, I'm sorry to say it. I says, but I'm not sorry. I says, but, he says, no, totally understand. It's totally unacceptable. He says, no way. He goes, no way. And he had his arms folded. He says, have a great day, ma'am. I says, thank you so much. This is, I come in, all the time. As I was walking away, he was bolting toward the register to speak to the young gentleman. I don't know what happened because I went on with my day. I just think it was rude. I think it was wrong. And you do not tell a customer why you were on the damn phone. You don't do that. And you were texting your friend. You were waiting for an answer. I mean, he just said it so nonchalant. Like, I know this kid for years. I don't care why you were on the phone. The point was you weren't supposed to be on it. Period. Do your damn job. There are millions of people still to this day that don't have jobs, that would wish that they would have a job like that. Okay? Kind of stinks in a way. Whether he's doing it after school or whether he's a college student, I don't know, but that's not proper etiquette on the job. So, would I out somebody? Yeah, I would, because that's not right. It's not right. I don't know if anybody else does it, but that's none of my business either. I don't know if anybody else would complain, but that's none of my business either. That's totally up to you. But I know what I did. Anyhow. But never even apologized for it. That was my point. Never said I'm sorry or, oh, I'm so sorry. It's I don't know what I was thinking, but it's not right. I know it's unacceptable. I apologize. Never said nothing. So that's the way it goes. So anyway, that's really it. I'm going to get going because I'm going to start clearing off my counter for maybe Mrs. Potts and Chip. Like I said, I was going to put them near the stove. I don't think I'm going to do that because of the heat. I don't want to take the gloss off. Or maybe she'll just go here on the counter in the corner. Just set it up very nicely. Let's see what happens. I am also in my home here. My husband disagrees with me, but even when I was younger, when I was a teenager, every 6 months in my own bedroom, I used to get bored with the layout of my bedroom, so I'd start changing my bedroom. I'd switch the bed from one corner of the room to the other corner, take my dresser, move it here, take the end table, move it there. Then I would because I used to have walls full of posters and pinups from my teen magazines. And I would, get bored with those, and then I would start taking those down and put up some new pinups. It would just change out my... Right now, in my living room here, I'm getting annoyed with the layout. And I would like to switch where the couch is. The couch is basically up against the wall, as you guys know. I want to take the couch, take it out, and turn the couch to where it separates the section, kind of like a divider for the room and keep it like a little living room nook. Just like have its own little section, but to have its own little identity instead of just walking into one big room and having everything straight through. But my husband kind of disagrees with me on that. Maybe if I do it and he'll see it the way it is, maybe he'll like that. I don't know. I think it would bring a little bit more room to the room. I don't know. Because it's, like I said, it's one big room. We will work on this. This will be my project. We will work on this. So I figure, like, if I clean out the room and everything, start from scratch, take everything out, and then just reassess. I have some stuff that's underneath the couch that would have to be moved if the couch is moved. And I don't want the boxes sliding out from the back of the couch, being that it's not up against the wall anymore, because everything's under the couch now, you know, flush up against the wall under the couch. I don't want it like slipping out from under the couch where people are going to see it. So I was thinking of that too, which means that I probably have to clean out now underneath the couch. So see, now this gets involved. Then I hide certain things behind furniture. You know, it's such a small, tiny space, like certain pictures that I have framed that I don't have on the walls right now are basically behind my furniture. There's one of the two pictures are actually stored behind the couch. So this way you don't see it. They're out of the way. I know where they are. They're not going to get broken or anything. They're behind the couch. So that may be a problem now. If I move out the couch, where am I going to put those pictures? I do have a dresser or some other piece of furniture that I can hide the pictures behind because I'm not using them right now. See where I'm going with that? So, I mean, it's going to get involved. Then I have my husband's trains, which we discussed. I would like to do this maybe on his day off. There is a huge, flat, long under-bed container that we have in the closet that he does have some stuff in. I need to take that out. I want to open it. I want to assess it because maybe I don't have to buy any new storage boxes for the train project in which I want to do. Maybe I could just use that storage box and store away the boxcars out of their boxes and just wrap them up in bubble wrap. Now, you know, I have so many ideas in my head, but the idea is to get it started. But I want to start one thing at a time. I don't want to have to rip that apart. Okay, now I'm going to do the couch. Okay, now I got to rip things out of there and then have everything out in the middle of the room. I don't want to do it. I want to do like one thing at a time. It's just the fact that what I feel like doing at that time. So that's my little dilemma right now. But anyway, let me start by cleaning off my cabinet, my countertop here, and get Mrs. Potts and Chip displayed properly. I think we could do that today. Yeah, we could do that today. All right, people, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. How's Disney doing? Epic Universe is just going up, 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 up. It's going great. They are going to, the word has it on the streets down there, I guess, or through the grapevine, that they may be starting to sell some tickets during the summertime for Epic Universe. That's going to be exciting. So they're already thinking of doing that for the vacation, vacation packages and the tickets to the park and everything. So that's going to be really exciting. And they're looking at some time during this summer. So that's a little bit, I knew it was going to happen a little bit, few more months before the 2025 mark, but they're going to be selling those tickets now for 2025. That's what I want to get past also. So exciting. Also the fact, and let me just get this out of the way. I think I mentioned this to you before. I don't know if I did. The dining plan. The dilemma with the dining plan. They're offering the dining plan. There is a catch to it that you would need a Disney Plus subscription. Oh, good Lord. And, I don't have Disney Plus right now, so ideas were happening with that. I have to finagle. If it's to get what I want, probably would. I don't know. I guess you know where I'm going with that. We'll see. I have to think about it some more. I do have a few more days. My husband and I have been discussing it. We've been plotting. We've been plotting our plans here. So we will see. All right, people, I leave you with that. Have a wonderful Sunday. God bless you. Be safe out there if you go out. Love to all. Thank you so much again for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.